In this video, we are going to be going over 5 UGC ad creatives that have generated between $100 and $200,000 in sales for a brand that we currently work with. And we're going to go over examples of bad ad creatives. We're going to go over examples of good ad creatives. And then we're going to try to understand what makes a good ad and what makes a bad ad. So with that being said, let's dive into it. All right. So first of all, we're going to start with an ad that has generated only about $100. It was not good. It was not profitable. It didn't perform well for us. And this is actually it. On the left side, I'm going to play the video, and then on the right side, you can actually see the results. This is actually extracted from our creative analysis tool, the creative analysis tool that we use called Motion. If, by the way, you are interested in a 20% discount using Motion, then hit me up because I got something for you. So as you are going to be able to see, the spend on this ad was about $220. We generated 128 in return, and the return on ad spend was 0.58. By no means was this a good ad, so let's actually understand what this ad looks like.
Most of the time, the only things you lose are what was built for a person you no longer are. And as you continue to grow, things are going to naturally...
So I'm not going to play it until the end. I'll probably give you a link to this presentation later or somewhere around this video. But the main purpose of the ad was to use a podcast interview style of an ad creative, because obviously you see a lot of podcast interviews being put as an ad lately. So we tried to experiment with it, and actually this person is the person who wrote the books that we are selling. So we're selling books, and this is the author. So we decided that if we use powerful and a meaningful quote or part of a podcast that she did, it was actually going to perform well. The reason why we decided to pick this ad was because it went actually viral on TikTok. So we thought, okay, cool, it probably is going to work well as an ad. The thing is that it didn't. Our assumption is that this video is not featuring any product at all. So basically, people are not even being pointed into buying a product. It's just a good video of the author of the book, just saying some meaningful stuff. But unfortunately, this ad didn't really resonate with the audience, and it didn't really work. The next ad that we're going to be going over is actually an ad that did quite well, but not necessarily as good as we wanted to. It spent 3.1K. It generated $8,600, and the return on ad spend was 2.7. The thing is that we were not able to scale this ad, and if we analyze it, we're probably going to understand why.
I'm sorry, don't leave me. I want you here.
So the rest of the video is just like showing the books, 4 different books, and then pages of it, the most powerful pages. As you're going to see, the hook is these 4 books saved my life. The reason why we decided to use such a headline is because during our research, when we read the comments and the reviews that people leave on the website and under our Facebook ads, we saw that what people basically say is that these books changed my life. These books literally changed my life. So we decided to test this ad concept, and this is something that I encourage you to do as well. Do the research on your review section, and then in your Facebook ad comment section, study what people say about your products, and then use the exact words that they use to describe the transformation that they achieved through using your product. So these books saved my life was the headline that we decided to use. The thing is that it probably didn't resonate much with the people that we wanted to target. It did resonate with some, because we generated close to $10,000. The thing is that it's very vague. These 4 books saved my life. This means pretty much nothing, right? You don't exactly understand what's the transformation that you're going to experience after you buy those books. So potentially this might be the reason why this thing didn't work. And when we study the ads that have actually scaled the account and generated a lot of sales, you are going to see that the message is super specific and is targeting a specific person with a specific pain point. This one, I wouldn't say is a specific pain point, and that's why this ad was not able to be scaled. So let's move to the next one. This one is actually one of the winners inside of the ad account. It did spend $26,500 and it generated $76,000 at a return on ad spend of 2.88. I would say this was a much better ad compared to the previous one. You already see the first clip, the first part of the video, and I'm gonna play it for you at just the beginning section.
Just stick around.
As you're gonna see, the music and the sound is actually the same as the one ad that we discussed previously, the one that generated $8,000, but this hook is much more specific for books that will heal your heartbreak. So when we went under the IG comments, under the ad, we saw that a lot of people were actually saved or found relief from these books after they went through a heartbreak. And this is actually one of the avatars that we're trying to target and acquire as a customer, people that go through heavy heartbreaks that haven't recovered yet, but these books are what they need in order to heal and move on with their lives. So basically this is what we used to target those people. The headline, heartbreak, it's super relevant. It's a specific pain point. And then we proceed
Sorry, don't
in the
leave
same
me.
way
I want you here with me.
as the previous videos. We just show pages of the book. When you're ready to change your life, read this. So basically we just give people parts of the book that really resonate and we think are going to resonate with the heartbreak that they're going through. And yeah, this is actually one of the winning ads. 26K, 76 in return, 2.88. Basically you can see all of the other metrics right here. The first frame retention is actually super important, because this is actually the first thing, like the thumbnail that people see whenever they basically play the video, and this is what they see for books that will heal your heartbreak. So it's super relevant. A girl crying and a dog, like it doesn't get any more relevant than this. But with the next ad, I'm actually going to show you how important the headline is, because the next ad is actually a loser. This ad didn't do much. It generated 1.5x return on ad spend. As you're going to see, it's the same. The visuals are the same. The thing is that the headline is different. And that's why I need you to understand the importance of your headline, the captions within your first 1 to 2 seconds, because this is actually something that can make a big difference inside of your ad account. So as you're going to see with this ad creative right here, we target people that are ready to let go of those who aren't ready to love them on Valentine's Day. It's pretty much the same ad, it's just a different
I walk down memory lane, 'cause I love running into you.
But as you're going to see right here, the first frame retention is only 60 seconds compared to the 92-second first frame retention on this ad right here, which basically goes to show how important it is what you show as a caption within the first 1 to 2 seconds. That's basically the hook. So please, the next time you produce ad creatives, focus on testing the headlines inside of your ad creatives, because this might be the difference between an ad that's generating $70,000 in sales and $200,000 in sales. That's how mindful you need to be of every single part of your ad creative. The visuals, the sound, and the captions. These are the 3 things that you need to be paying attention to at all times. And you need to be paying equal attention to each part. So, if you're ready, we are going to move to our best top winning ad inside of the ad creative that has generated over $200,000 in sales on Facebook in the past, I think, year or so. It has generated another $100,000 to $150,000 in sales on TikTok with a higher return on ad spend. And combined on those 2 platforms in the past year or so, this ad has generated over $400,000 in sales. So let's see what this ad looks like. This is actually the headline, a book I will never stop recommending to those who want to grow. So that's actually probably the biggest thing that we found out during our research. People who read our books, they want to grow as a person. They want to become a better person. They want to become a better version of themselves. And the way they describe it is growing. They want to get growth. So that's what we decided to use when we were producing our ad creatives. And this is actually inspired out of a previous winning ad that had the same headline, but this is a variation with different visuals. As you're going to see, the hook is a zoom out. It's super, super, super engaging using zoom out because it just keeps people from scrolling because they wanted to see like the whole thing. When you zoom out, like eventually you're going to show something from a better perspective. So that's what people want to see. The thumbs up rate, as you're going to see right here, is almost 36%. So 36% of the people who saw this ad actually watched the first 3 seconds of this video, which is quite good. That's how you capture the attention of those people. And then pairing it with a great headline that describes the pain point and the transformation that they want to achieve, you're onto a winner. Then we proceed by showing pages of the book, the full pages, near a big window because we wanted to use the golden hour as the time for us to, shoot the ad creative, because that's the best time for you to shoot ad creatives. And then we show relevant quotes and relevant pages from the book. At the end of it, we end with a call to action. As you can see, this ad is only 21 seconds long, but nonetheless, these are pretty important, 21 seconds for the business in general, because it has been able to generate over $400,000 in sales, as I mentioned. So the reason why this thing works is because the headline is super relevant. It's targeting a specific person, the one that wants to grow. So this is something that you can use as a takeaway, that you can get as a takeaway out of this video. Be super specific when it comes to your ad creatives. Think of one specific persona that you want to target and speak to him, only to him, and make everybody else who watched this ad feel irrelevant because you're not targeting them, you're targeting one person. You want this person to buy your product. The more people, the more personas you address and you target through your ad creatives, the more sales you're going to generate with better returns. So be super specific, especially within the first 2 to 3 seconds of your ad, because you want to capture the attention of the right person. So if you have 4 different personas, create one ad for each persona, mentioning them or their current situation or their desired transformation with the headline of your ad creative. Another thing that is pretty important, you saw that basically the winning ads, this one right here and this one right here, all have the product in focus within the first 3 seconds of the ad. This is actually something completely different compared to this ad right here that was not focused on the product at all. So of course that's probably common sense, but nonetheless, if you are playing with your ad creatives, if you're toying around with your ad creative strategy, feature your product as soon as you can, because that's what is going to make people buy. So that was pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you. If you're interested in working with somebody who understands ad creative strategy and can produce winning ad creatives for your brand, reach out to me. We're currently working with the top 100 fastest growing companies in the United Kingdom, in the United States, and in Canada. So we have a very good understanding of how to grow a business from a small one to like a titan, to an industry leader. So with that being said, check out one of the links under this video, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one.